You're a part of me, lives infected. When I was broken, limbo together.
Surprise! Hello! I'm here with, introduce yourself.
I'm Alex, I'm a photographer, I do portraits.
She's incredible, she's very talented.
Okay.
You're amazing. Stop being humble. I consider this stirring the pot, but in a very unproblematic way.
Yes.
We are going to reveal something, and that is the fact that we faked a whole Europe trip and not one person noticed it. We did not go.
Nobody called us out.
I had one person after that was like, oh, I knew. I was like, no, you didn't.
No,
Right?
no, you
I was
didn't.
like, no, you didn't. If you did not text me, you did not know.
Yeah, none of my photography friends knew. Even the people that do like
That do-
composites.
that's
So,
crazy.
yeah, everybody that I told was like, huh? What do you? No. But what about the?
Crazy.
Yeah, so we shot it in like 3 days.
3 days, yeah.
Which was nuts because it was so back to back.
I can't believe we did it that quickly. I haven't even posted all the content yet.
We shot a bunch of story content and a bunch of in-feed content for Jessie's page, my page, and her side.
She even edited the stories and she would send them to me and I was like, oh my god, wait, you edited that? She literally thought about everything and my dumb didn't even think about it. Like the store hours.
I'm gonna have to show some before and after. Hilarious, tiny little changes. And there was not a single person in my DMs that was
No.
like, hey, that's in Beverly Hills.
What kind of like inspired us to start it was a trend 2 years ago. Now's the time to do it. You don't do it when everyone's looking for it. I literally actually went to Tokyo and everyone's like, you're not actually. I was like, no, I actually am here. So today we will be talking about how the Fender we did it.
Nice.
And all of the little details, the before and afters, where we actually took these photos. Responses from our friends once we told them that we were not in Europe. And how far we went to get people to believe it.
So we took the train from Paris to Zurich to somewhere Mativaglia. I don't think that's the right city that I'm naming right now, which is in Switzerland. And then to Venice, and then through Tuscany to Rome. And then we flew out of Rome into Greece.
She had it handled. We both did really good lead up because you took a screenshot while we were in a Zoom planning it.
And I was like, oh, trip planning.
I actually just happened to have gotten a question that was like, what do you think of gay Europe aesthetic? Which was so specific. I didn't know that gay Europe aesthetic was a thing, but like I support it. We like let the people know that we were gonna go on the trip.
Right. And then we started with a bunch of airport content, which we shot all of it at LAX.
Surprise!
We tracked poor Katie. So Katie did all of these shoot days with us.
Go
and
follow
she was-
Katie for
Katie's
being
the
our
coolest.
Instagram boyfriend.
No, she's a trooper. So we were shooting like boomerangs and stuff, and we did a bunch of outfit changes at the airport and tried to shoot different sections of the airport that like wouldn't be recognizable as LAX.
It was a little easier at first, and there were still certain things we thought about. We're like, okay, we're flying out. We just go to the international terminal.
Right.
But she even thought about how there was a sign. It said the flight for Paris was at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So we made sure to post it right before 4 p.m.
I'm trying to see it, but it's so tiny.
I posted at 5 p.m. so. Oops.
Yeah, so we posted from the airport, and then we posted once we arrived in Paris. And so I was actually tracking every single piece of transportation from like all the flights to all the trains that we took between the different countries. So I made sure that we had the right connections and times so that if someone was crazy, they still wouldn't figure it out.
You're definitely a Ravenclaw, right?
No, I'm Slytherin.
All my friends are Slytherin. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
By the way, I just realized I have been mostly looking at the monitor more so than the
Oh, I do that
Look at
all the
monitor,
time.
or-
I promise I'm not full of myself. I just want to see if we're in focus.
so-
I mean, I do love attention and the right attention, so. First morning in Paris.
We had croissants, and I had French people in my DMs being like, no, you should eat pain au chocolat and not the croissant because that's just cliche. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Really?
We can only
Oh my
find
God, wait.
croissants in Glendale.
We got called out for being tourists.
Yeah.
That's a good thing though. know. That really shows that people believed it.
I had so many Parisians in my DMs being like, oh my god, can we hang out? Can I please come to a shoot?
That's
Like,
so
I'll
funny.
assist. And I was like, yeah, sorry, could I? And then some of them were really persistent. Like, one person sent me, I think, like 10 or 12 DMs, and then even sent me an email. And once they sent me an email, I was like, oh my goodness, I had to reply. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm not in Paris at all. I was like, please don't die.
Did you make them sign an NDA? Like, this was where I thought we were gonna get exposed.
I thought so too, so I freaked out the day of.
Really, you did?
So we shot these at La Durée in Beverly Hills.
I'm glad you're saying it because my pronunciations are gonna sound very American white girl.
I love it when French people make fun of Americans and they're like, well, we don't understand why the Americans say croissant.
I say croissant.
But yeah, I was freaking out because I swear I looked at every single La Durée in Paris. I looked through like 20 of them.
Wow.
And none of them looked like this one. They didn't even have the same color. It's just very recognizable in Beverly Hills. So I was like on my laptop, you know, it's like kind of like a very portable laptop, so it doesn't have a ton of processing power.
Yeah.
Not for composites. So I was with my little trackpad just trying to change the colors of everything in the background.
Yeah.
So then I made everything pink instead of green.
Props to you. That's crazy.
On a laptop, I was like,
oh my god. I
And
can't
was
even
like-
imagine how long that took. It looks like it was pink. That's crazy. I literally have to edit one thing and it takes me like 1,000 hours. I
That's
can't.
like the easiest of all of the fixes that I did. That was the easiest.
Really?
It's just difficult because I was on a laptop.
So I'm like, okay, what's gonna sound like me? I happen to have had the meme going on, mommy or daddy thing. I asked if the Eiffel Tower was mommy or daddy, which by the way, if you're wondering, it's mommy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? I think
Jeez,
that's right. 70% of people said the Eiffel Tower is mommy.
I do agree. I do.
I love how you're talking about like all this really important stuff about editing out, and then I'm like, the Eiffel Tower is mommy.
I posted a question sticker and I was like, what kind of portraits should we shoot in Paris? So many requests, and I was like, I won't be able to do any of these, but they sound so fun.
Like this video and send it to everyone you know so it gets enough views so we can go.
can fund an actual
So we
trip to
can
Europe.
fund an actual trip.
So we don't
Sorry,
have to
doing some weird
Photoshop
I just
applications.
see him.
Yeah.
So these photos I actually wasn't there for. I woke up later. I accidentally took my ADHD medication at night. Never do that.
1 a.m. She
Ever.
calls me and she's like, hey,
Never do that.
So I was just with Katie and Caitlin and they were just taking iPhone photos of me and then we pretended Jessie took them of me. Yeah.
They're beautiful photos. I wish I was there to experience it. I said, ask me questions while I'm looking for Remy in Paris, how to make a Ratatouille reference, of
Ratatouille
course. Those we shot in Pasadena. It was like an outdoor shopping center.
Yeah, so it's these brick buildings and I was really freaked out that someone would recognize them, so I actually took out the parking garage in the background and extended
What?
the road.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because that stuff isn't back there at all. I swapped out a bunch of it.
Even with
Yeah.
those, we were like so meticulous.
Yeah, so I had to make sure that it didn't say anything in the background, and I did a cute little editing video, like I edited some
Cute.
stuff on mobile. It was funny because I was actually with my family at the time, so I was actually in Europe, in none of those places, but I was actually between Germany and Cyprus, and then Jessie was in LA. So I was posting during the correct time zone, and then Jessie would start posting at like 6 p.m. And that's when she was waking up.
I was really jet lagged the whole trip.
It actually makes a lot of sense though, because if I was going to Europe, I would have a European phone plan, so I would be posting throughout the day on data. And
Right.
he would post when we get home to the Airbnb. So I was like,
Actually, that
it
is a
checks
really
out.
that does check out. I should talk about the picture we posted. This was the first feed post. That's what's even crazy was the fake befores she did. Oh my goodness.
Those are so funny.
That was insane. I was like, what is going on?
Because I always post before and afters with all of my photos, like every single one. So then
Right.
I was like, how do I show the before? So I made a fake before that had the composite in it, but not the color
That's
retouch.
crazy. The feed posts need to be perfect because there were some iPhone pictures where we're like, someone might say
Yeah.
this is edited. Or like if someone lives in LA and they know that bakery or something, like if I were
Yeah.
to post one of those, someone could definitely comment. And we were saying someone commenting, other people are gonna look it up.
Yeah,
and like,
but if it's just someone replying to a story, then
exactly,
not a big
yeah.
deal.
Once there's one comment of someone being like, they're not actually there, then everyone's gonna do their little research, which didn't happen once.
not at all.
Like,
Like I
so
looked at my
weird.
DMs every single day.
I didn't see any. I just saw, hey, while you're here, you should do this.
Right,
like,
right.
But these photos are beautiful. Yes.
So she posted this one and I posted this one.
Yeah.
Which is really
I still
silly
post
because
that
that's
one.
more of a me photo and that's more
Yeah, I agree.
a lot of people thought I photoshopped this because it's a little bit too perfect, which it's kind of true.
I feel like with you being a photographer, of course your photos are gonna look too perfect because you retouch all your photos anyway.
The way the birds are flying, it's just like a little too convenient. But then in the fake before, I scooted the bird down a little bit so that I could say, well, I did Photoshop it. I moved the bird.
Smart!
That satisfied people and they were like, okay.
Wait, why did I just, I was like, old man laugh. I was like,
Shot that in Burbank.
Yeah, there was like a Jack in the Box right near us. Like it was just like a random park. It was very not Paris.
As glamorous.
But yeah, I'm looking at the comments and no one noticed. Someone just goes, literally a god, thank you. That was me on my secret account. Just picking myself up. I was like, yeah.
And we have one more Paris photo that we're posting with our
Yes.
friend Louis. So shooting that was actually hilarious because we were like, ooh, rainy Paris vibes. Yes.
Like that's not how I would describe how it ended up.
It's actually really nice.
Wow! Oh my god! Wow!
So Caitlin, she was pouring water onto Jessie and Louis.
She's like drenching them. It's only hitting him. Jessie, slouch a little bit if you can. I'm sorry. Did you get that? I'm like anticipating it. Tuck that side of your hair behind your head. This one? Yeah. I got it. Good. Sorry, that could have been cute, but I was like, just almost fall. Trying not to laugh at her. Caitlin, your face.
It's really heavy rain.
I think he's the only one getting the rain.
We were like, okay, Paris, this is the city of romance, of love.
Yeah,
we gotta do some things.
We saw some like really cute, super moody photos of some people sitting in front of the Eiffel Tower, and we were like, oh, let's do something like that.
It was interesting.
It was rainy.
Out of the Paris photos, my favorite, I would say it's Between the Birds and this one. This brand, they're so great. We love them. We love you guys. Go support them. They're called Fairy Tongue London. They did this pink dress that we shot in. It was very pretty. That was the one iPhone picture that we edited.
Yeah,
for the
so
tower.
because I was like, okay, so we have no photos of us in front of the landmarks, and that's sketchy.
Right.
You can only juxtapose so many random selfies with croissants with stock photos of the
Right.
So it's like I have to do one comp with Jessie and I.
Yeah, like there's no way we took no iPhone photos
No, there's
instead
no-
of that.
yeah,
'cause
we wouldn't.
I posted a lot of other stuff, which I think maybe
Which
helped.
is super realistic.
I guess it was 2 years since Not a Phase, so I just posted a few things. I think people know I stockpile content a lot, like,
Same.
and I'm sure lots of people do it where they just like post a picture from last week.
I was posting other content too. Yeah, we were just doing a mix between like all kinds of different stories that were like reposts, question
Right.
stickers, actual stuff from there, obviously.
Especially because we're a little limited on content, so we're like,
Right, because everything had to be so pre-planned that
Yeah.
it's kind of, you just run out at some point.
those were the Paris photos. I still love them. Then we went to Switzerland.
Yeah, which was cool.
It was fake. We took a train.
train.
It was a fake train.
So we went to this place in Torrance, I think it's called Alpine Village, and it looked just like something in the Alps, so it could have been Switzerland. And then
Yeah.
the store in there had a bunch of Haribo in it, which anyone who's German or Swiss or Austrian will know. And then it was actually written on there in German, so
We got very
kinda just,
lucky.
didn't have to do anything with that. That was nice.
And then at the grocery store, and we we're like, what should we pick up for the kids? I wonder what people said. Pick me up some weeds so I can bake. Is that a European thing? Or is that like a witch thing?
Babe, I can't tell if you're kidding or not.
Wait, what?
Some weed?
Oh! Oh my god. I'm fresh out of dopamine. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Can't help you with that one. I'm sorry.
I love how it's just a room full of ADHD and dissociated people that have like dopamine
Right.
levels that are underground.
Oh, 100%. The town was super quiet.
Yeah,
so it
thank
worked
God there
out.
was nobody there.
Yeah.
Literally not.
Because we were like, is it gonna look more fake if we have to edit people out?
Yeah.
And then we were like, is it gonna look more fake that there's no one there? Like, then I shouted out Alex for taking all my pictures, which
And
like,
that's the one
she
that I
did
had
take
to
all
add
my
in the
pictures.
mountains too.
We had to let people know that, okay, we're on this trip, but we're also on this trip to take photos because of how many
Right.
photos we were taking.
And that way it justified that we weren't posting as many stories because we were like, oh,
Yeah.
we're posting a lot of stuff in feed later. I'm a photographer, and since she's traveling with a photographer, it makes more sense that we're shooting on
Right.
a camera than on a phone.
Exactly.
Excuses, but it worked.
It worked. We took this photo indoors. Didn't you edit the Perrier?
I had to, yeah, because Perrier, the labels on it look different in the US than they do in Europe, so I swapped the label. 'Cause
The
I don't think
Vespa shoot. We got a boomerang against
Yeah,
the
yeah.
brick wall. This was in.
Shot that in Pasadena, Old
Pasadena.
Town. We rented
Yes.
a real Vespa. I drove it around because I have a motorcycle license. And then I figured we'll get a Vespa for Rome.
Yeah.
But we could also have a Vespa in Paris.
It looks cool. You still need to watch Luca. I was like, I really want a red Vespa because I really liked that movie. I tagged Vespa. They liked it. And I'm like, where's the Vespa? Exactly.
Vespa.
We're just two Italian boys, you know, with a dream.
Yep, that's us.
Coming from the sea.
Italian boys.
Italian.
This is a full comp.
That was an iPhone picture?
This was meant to look like an iPhone picture.
This
But
is
I
the one in the
fully
blue
swapped
jumpsuit.
the whole background out of this, but I thought it looked so cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is actually really funny. I forgot to mention this. It's really, really hard to find stock footage that wasn't professional content.
Yeah.
That was royalty free. I actually have a lot of friends in Europe, and my best friend's parents were actually in Europe at the time. So they were sending me a bunch of iPhone videos. So there's a lot of random stuff in
even think
here
I
of
knew
like
this.
bakeries.
Oh my
and stuff.
God.
And then my best friend in
Wow.
Europe, Christina, sending me stuff from Zurich, which was really cool.
Wow.
Thank you so much to
Thank
whoever
you.
sent me random iPhone footage.
That's incredible. I said you're not ready for what we shot in Italy today with a photo of books. I feel like it's cool because it's less of like a
It's a
basic
less known
touristy
spot, right?
Yeah. I need to stop touching my hair. I'm like, no, you're good. I keep going like these photos that you
I
took.
think those are my favorite pictures we've ever taken together. I think you look so pretty in them.
Thanks.
I think the two-piece set that you were wearing was so pretty.
Shopsider. Go comment on Shopsider's Instagram and tell them you came from this video. But maybe don't
Like,
say this video.
I
'cause
came
they're-
from this video.
And then they're like, what video? We came from the Jessie page and Liquid Verb video.
I have to speak about this.
Yes.
I posted a story that is tiny, and it probably took me like an hour.
So now we need you all to appreciate it right now.
I took a map of the route that we were taking by train
Wow.
from Venice to Florence, and I routed it and had it the right time and put the right departure times and the photos of the right station that I somehow found on Wikimedia Commons. And then I had to Photoshop the little icon that tells you where you're at
Oh no.
onto the route, because obviously I was not on the route.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a lot. I was bored.
That's a way better way to spend your time than the weird I do. Oh, I did repost it. I hope that makes you feel better. But
Nice.
and then I said, hello from Italy. Someone said, rate the pasta on a scale from Ratatouille the rat to Remy. I love how that's the bad one, is calling the rat Ratatouille. As a New Jersey girl, I had great Italian restaurants growing up, but nothing beats pasta from Italy while I'm not there.
Just a random pasta place. It was in
It was
Glendale.
good.
It was actually very hard to find places that looked authentically French and Italian because so much here is super Americanized.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't look like that. I struggled, but that was the best I could do so.
No, it looks legit. It
Same
looks
with the
legit.
ice cream place. So Americanized.
Yeah, I can't imagine how hard that was to edit.
Because I had to
inside
take
of
out the text in the reflection, behind the reflection, that kind of stuff. I had to rename it because otherwise people would have recognized it. It was in Santa Monica.
Right. Oh my god, banged her! Ew! Don't do that while there's a guest, you weirdo. The Kindle.
Oh my god, so that's my brother and I actually flying from Berlin to Cyprus. And I was like, can you put up Harry Potter on your Kindle and can I take a boomerang?
There's a lot of Harry Potter references today.
A lot of these airport photos, ones on the plane, are real because I happen to be flying. So I was like, I guess I'm posting this today.
I really was flying and I didn't even think
So I had to
do
wear the
that,
same
so-
clothes.
You did?
I matched the same clothes. I planned this.
I was along for the ride.
I was
would
in
be
it
the
for the
way.
spreadsheets.
When I first take my Vyvanse for the first hour, yes, I agree. Second airport day, still at LAX.
I just had to take out a bunch of American text that was on one of the boxes and stuff, yeah.
These are cute. I feel like you did edit this one a lot too.
I had to fix that one up a little bit because it did look very recognizable LAX. So I changed a little bit of the colors. I was like, I hope nobody knows LAX that well. And if you do, good life.
Through the
Leave
bathroom
some
one.
travel for the rest of us.
Yes.
The trash photos are really funny. There's actually a fire hydrant right here. I swapped
Really?
it for an Italian fire hydrant.
Wait, you did? Wait, why did it not show up in the photo?
Because it was 2x3, not 16x9.
So you did it just for the fun of it, or just in case I posted it?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it.
We'll appreciate it now for the effort put in.
I'm smart, not that smart.
I don't
I'm
know if
working
that was
harder,
necessary.
not smarter. Nice.
I would say this is the only instance I've ever seen you do that, so.
Thank you, thank you.
We also say, go like the new Europe shots. Like we weren't together, and I was like, I'm just gonna assume you say this.
Right, right. So many people were like, hey, say hi to Jessie. And I'm like, I will when I see her in 2 weeks.
Oh, Greece was a lot harder for us.
I switched up our Greece location 2 days before we went, or actually the day we went, because we
Wow.
were supposed to go to Santorini. So I had a bunch of content from Santorini. Then I realized a bunch of the stock photos I had saved were not from Santorini, they were from Mykonos. I have never been to either Santorini or Mykonos. So I randomly was just like, okay, I guess we're going to Mykonos. Yeah, so that's why I was like, hey, change all geotags.
I literally was like, I'm just not gonna put any geotags.
It's fair. I got super lucky because Cyprus is actually split. It's half Turkish and half Greek, basically, in terms of culture and language and that kind of stuff. And if I'm wrong about this, oh my god, please don't set me on fire. I'm very uneducated. So I found a very, very Greek-looking church that even had a Greek flag in front of it. So I'm pretty sure it was Greek. Yeah, right by the sea. So I was hanging with my brother.
Shout out to your brother.
Yeah, shout out to my brother, poor guy, for coming down there with me. He has a sun allergy and he came out in like a full hoodie.
Dedication
I
from
know.
everyone except for me.
And took a boomerang of me in the right t-shirt.
Wow!
If I may add to myself.
And that was intentional. You knew to do the right t-shirt.
So that's the only video that I have with any sort of landmark because it was fully real.
Thought you were gonna say that you edited it after. Like I was like, how'd you edit a boomerang?
I didn't.
What?
That was real. Oh, and then I posted this, and this is one of the only things I got called out on, but by somebody who knew. I posted this random stock image because I was like, aesthetic. My mom goes, those flowers don't bloom anymore. I'm like, Mom.
Like they don't bloom during this time of year.
Yeah. And those flowers.
Your own mom calls you out. Oh no. She makes a secret Instagram just to expose. I loved this picture. This was fun.
I swapped so much stuff in the background.
Crazy.
Mykonos doesn't have any buildings that aren't white, apparently, so I was like, I somehow have to make the whole building white.
End of the trip.
Also shot at LAX.
We're so sad that we're leaving Europe, even though we took these technically all the same day. That was also the first day.
Yeah.
The drama. I got down on my knees because I missed Europe so much. I was sad. This was our plot twist.
News. Katie came to pick us up at the airport. The bad news is they lost our luggage. We were leaving the airport and I was like, I'll take a video of us leaving the airport. What do I say? Oh, we don't have luggage. Maybe I should comment on that.
I want you all to know we got our luggage back.
We did. The luggage that we had.
It was the emotional baggage. That was all I posted that day because I was just like, that's safe, you know, I was on a flight all day. Probably.
Yeah, we had to time it right. A lot of it we shot around Glendale, Pasadena, Burbank.
Right.
We shot in areas where the light was like matchable and we had the stock images picked out ahead of time.
Yeah.
So trying to match to that so that the composites would blend.
I feel like that's where we started the whole thing, was picking out the stock pictures. And then from there, she was the mastermind behind, you know, okay, is the lighting right? Does it match the picture? And literally after the first day, I remember you texted me and you were like, just so you know, I don't know if any of them are gonna turn out. I was like, what's gonna happen?
Maybe this was all for nothing. It was not.
It was not. It worked out. I honestly had a feeling it would work out. Yay! We are going to get into the responses.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see one comment from anyone. I even had people that were like, how was Europe? Then I'd have to break it to people.
Some people are very wholesome, right? So on the first day that I'm leaving, they're like, I hope you have the most amazing time. You deserve the rest. Have a wonderful vacation. I'm like, sir, I told you 2 weeks ago that I was not going to Europe. You know I'm not on vacation. You know I'm working. Katie's boyfriend was like, man, Alex out there living her best life. He was literally there when we shot his content. And it was super funny too to let some of our close friends know.
Yeah.
Because then they were going with it, you know, especially on posts.
Yeah.
Commenting.
Revealing it to people was so much fun.
So
seeing
funny.
people's reactions. So I was texting a YouTuber, Cami Pettin. Oh my god, you're in Italy? So jealous of you guys. It looks amazing. I said, so you're gonna hate me. The Europe trip is fake. Don't tell anyone. In all caps. Wait, please explain. I'm dead. I really was jealous of you guys.
This is so meta.
I had so many people that said per video.
Yeah.
And yes, I literally was going hard trying to convince some people. She's like, you're in Europe? I was like, yeah, I'm having the time of my life. And I was like, I can't lie to you. But like I did it for like a few days.
That's why I don't open DMs.
That would have been smarter. Because I felt so guilty lying.
I know. But some people were texting me and I'm like,
yeah. Or like, yeah, I would just text people and be like, oh my god, let's catch up. And they're like, you're in Europe. I was like, yeah, I am. I was like, never mind. I have a question for you. Name your top 3 things that you think would have given us away.
or like, if you saw anything that was slightly suspicious, let us know what it was.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
I
you
want to
were
know
like-
yours.
Oh, mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a question for people.
Oh, comment yours as well.
3 things that would have given us away. I think if we had absolutely no photos of us with landmarks. That's why I was like, we need at least one comp with the Eiffel Tower. So the iPhone photos were actually more stressful to me than all the Photoshop composites. And then the Photoshop composites moments, I kept being scared that I would mess something up with like the fake before and afters.
Yeah.
And that I would do something obvious. Or just that I would mess something up in the composite in general. Yeah, I was super paranoid.
Honestly though, it was good that you were meticulous, because like I would have been like, I'm supposed to. Good one of us was.
Yeah, so probably those two were the things I was focusing on the most.
I was a little more careless. I was way more careless, what am I saying? I was way more careless. I really thought that me posting that many TikToks, people wouldn't believe I banked that many. Because I was like trying to be very active on TikToks. I was like, oof.
Katie was like, she's posting a lot on TikTok for someone who's not at home.
I did. And then I think what scared me was with Greece, not having a ton of content.
Yep. I had such a hard time finding things for Greece. So even some of the like photos that we'd taken we didn't really love, and then we didn't have any iPhone content of you there.
Yeah.
Because all the other places we were able to fake pretty well, at bakeries, at restaurants, that kind of stuff.
Right.
For Greece we only had like one photo of you.
Right. And like a Greek restaurant isn't gonna have that style of a white building, you know?
I felt very comfortable with like Paris.
Right.
And Switzerland.
I think Paris was our strongest for sure. Yeah. I genuinely could not believe we got away with it. I really did not think we would.
Me neither.
The point of this social experiment is social media is fake. No.
For me, the moral of the story is definitely don't trust anything on social media.
I feel like one thing I learned is that you can fake everything.
For me, it's been like a huge coming to truth thing in terms of like people photoshopping their bodies and their faces.
Oh, that's a
been
good,
huge for me
that's a
lately.
good point, yeah.
So I was always like, oh, why don't I look like that? It's because they don't even look like that. So,
right.
And I think it's the same thing for travel. We see people traveling to these incredible places and you get there and you're like, wait, this isn't as glamorous as it looked on that blogger's page.
I saw this TikTok recently. It was this travel blogger, like they do it full time. They posted their side-by-sides when they're at the location.
Yes,
and
I
people
love that.
were so shocked by how the location didn't look as magical at all in person. I was like,
and there's
damn.
like tourists everywhere.
Yeah.
It's loud. I just thought it would be really cool to do a project that really shows this lived in Photoshop, and that was a really cool challenge for me as an artist.
I feel like we both got really different things out of it, but also some similar stuff, which was cool.
Yeah.
My goal wasn't at my followers' expense. Like to be like, haha, you dummies. Like,
no, personally, I just wanted to show that you can fake anything online. Even a 10-day trip.
I also was like, oh my god, I would love to see what Alex can do with this.
Right,
Like,
and nobody's ever done it. There's some artists that have done a really good job at faking single events. Like I've known other photoshoppers to fake Coachella.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And I was like, okay, what if we did it on a larger scale?
Right. It was a really fun project. It was like really cool to, I don't know, have so many like moving pieces and then see the whole thing come together. I had no idea how it was all going to turn out and if anyone was going to believe it.
We've been planning it for 2 years.
For 2 years,
we wanted to do it pre-pandemic.
I think I even learned a lot about European culture. Like from you, honestly, in your research. Like I feel like I learned a lot. I learned about the type of flowers bloom. Without even going to Europe, I almost learned more because we had to be so meticulous. Definitely think playing around with a project like this and faking something like this is a lot better than some of the other things that people could fake on social media. You know what I mean? I was like, please don't cancel us. I promise we had good intentions. Yeah, I wonder if there's gonna be some people that are gonna be like, well, actually the video of the trip being fake is fake, and actually they're gonna make another video that's gonna be the trip was real.
That is the best conspiracy theory I've ever heard, and I wish that were true.
We can't confirm or deny. No.
We have like fake befores.
There's so much effort.
Just layers to this.
We hope you enjoyed. Be sure to follow Alex and be sure to just check out her, because she was the brains behind this all. I was just along for the ride.
I was the stupid behind this all, let's be honest.
No, that was me posting at random times on TikTok, like, here are my fall outfits. Yeah, but I feel like we did a really good job.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Yeah. Go to our pictures from the trip and comment, I'm so jealous you went to Europe. That is a wrap on Europe trip. Bye! Please don't hate us! Come on, we're geniuses. And comment down below what we should do next. And we won't tell you if we do it.
Okay. Send requests for photoshopping because I just never want to leave my desk anyways.
Oh no. It's fine. You're like, not another project. Okay, goodbye!
Goodbye!
You're a part of me left infected. When I was broken, limbo together. You said forever, never thought you meant it. Now